Yeah. Hey, welcome to this episode of Inside the Brickbox Lego Community and news on this very wet Queensland evening. Tonight on the stream we got Douglas along for the ride. He's always up to mischief in my stream.
Mischief? Don't know what you're talking about.
Tonight on the stream, we're going to talk about Lego Marvel superheroes, Spider-Man, Far From Home official image sets, Disney collectibles. Ooh, I think Lego's run out of ideas. They're going to go back to Disney again. Changing at the guard at Lego's board of directors. Lego Movie Blu-ray combo. Ooh. And yes, the Darth Vader bus everyone loves to hate. Basically that and that on this episode of Inside the Brickbox Lego Community News. Slack morning, slack.
There's no slackness.
It's usually that way with news and everything. So it doesn't seem like anyone on the stream yet. Stupid notifications are not going through. Gotta love them.
Used to you being really late.
True. That one, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Seems like no one's in the chat yet. I don't know what YouTube is doing tonight. Lego Spider-Man Far From Home sets.
Yeah, I got a notification.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. Usually everyone jumps on. Maybe everyone's asleep. They'll watch it later anyway. Far From Home Spider-Man sets. Woohoo! These look awesome. I saw the preview the other day. Have you seen the preview yet, Douglas?
Yep.
Yeah. Very interesting.
That Iceman thing. So what is it? You get the bridge? Like a little corner end piece?
I'm going to try and find... There's a picture somewhere. There we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, that's a nice little set.
So I can see a lot of people making Venice scenes now.
Well, that'll work well in my Ninjago area as well.
Yeah.
Because I actually need a bridge to go across one section. So that'll be nice.
Oh my god, look at Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's just wearing a beanie.
It's so awesome. Actually, this is really making me tempted to get these sets. So they look nice. And then you got all the new web slinging stuff. I think came out last year.
Yeah, Spider-Man's just pretending to be a Spider fan.
So we got that set. Then we got this set. Wow. I'm trying to work out, is it trans yellow orange? It's like a mixture. It's not like orange, it's not like yellow.
Is it like the same as the Nexo Night orange?
Maybe.
Yeah,
it's not. You look at it; it's not quite orange, but you get the reflection. It's got this yellow tinge to it.
That's printing on the rock pieces.
Yeah.
On which part is that? Large shapes.
Oh no! Oh, I see what it is. It's dual molding. It's actually dual molding. It's like gold. It's like yeah. That's why it looks yellow and orange at the same time.
Focus properly.
This too. Yeah, I think it's dual molding because you can see through the cracks, and
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
see
see through
there's
the cracks on this as well. But
yeah.
that's just printed, this one.
Yeah. It's interesting. And you got some cool.
Cool
Ooh.
Star Wars motors on the hand.
That's an interesting Spider-Man. It's like a stealth Spider-Man.
Yeah. They finally released another Black Spider-Man.
And a very interesting Fireman's print. Something different.
Yeah. There's a problem with that, though. That means cities invading superheroes.
Oh god,
Super
Gatling gun. Some more Gatling guns for Douglas to play with. Oh my god, this trends orange chain.
Yeah, more Nexo Knight stuff. Yep.
Oh god, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's the long ones too, which is good.
Cool. Okay, we've seen that one. Interesting.
There's that one.
What is the price on that set? No, it doesn't say yet. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. What's that? Oh, this one. I saw this set. What was it? The Stark Jet.
Yep.
That is awesome. I like the printed cockpit. Is it
they're-
printed or is it no? I think it's dual molded.
Usually they're just printed.
Find out.
They do their lighting effects on the boxes to make things look better than what they
Oh,
really
I finally saw what's the name of the latest Marvel movie? Captain Marvel.
yeah.
That the set I saw the other day of the Quinjet, what I call the Mark One Quinjet.
Yep.
Oh, I reckon I want one of those. They're so cool. It looks simple. Oh, Douglas.
You get the steel separator. Oh, how lovely.
That Tony Stark. Oh no, it's not.
Will he
That's
be in the one?
That's right. Does it actually tell us who's in it?
Yeah, zoom in on that box. I'll tell you.
Just a minute. I'll go open up the photo.
Yep.
I want to see who that is. Oh, come on. Give me a good quality picture. Happy Hogan. Who the hell is that?
Sounds like a wrestler.
I know. Oh, I guess we'll find out when the movie comes out.
Hollywood Hogan over. Now I'm happy.
I got a funny feeling Shree must have tired everyone out last night. The chat is so quiet tonight. Even Johnny G dropped in early and he hasn't come back.
Well, that's one thing I did have to do. I pulled apart my Porsche for Sean last night to problem solve.
Oh, you figured out what was wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, where all the gears and stuff went.
Yeah.
It's quite surprising. You only got to release about, I think it was 10 pins. You can take the whole shell off the chassis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome cockpit. I know what the piece is now. Yeah, you're right. It is printed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that large. Oh,
It's that piece what they used for the tram one time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's also used. Oh, I think that's. Yeah, is that piece? No, it's the bigger version of that piece.
Yeah. Damn it, stickers. Go Lego, come on, bring out some printed stuff in the superheroes.
Are those side ones printed or are they stickers
Nah.
as well? Like
No, that's
the
stickers. I can
windows.
see the edge
Oh yeah.
on both of them. That Stark Industries one, if that was printed, oh my god, that would be awesome. But I think that's on a piece you can't really print anyway.
Yes. I think Lego needs to stay away from printing things that are on slopes for the moment.
With the Mustang.
Yeah.
God, I can't get over how you could stuff that up. I thought that must have been two batches of bricks mixed together. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I could think it is.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of is if they curve together like that on the platform when they're printing, and as it comes down, it's
Yeah,
printing both sides slightly different.
but usually they're only printing one at a time. Surprisingly, pad printing is actually quite fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there's some awesome sets coming out. Very stagnated Marvel release this year because of all the movies.
Yeah. And they're all small releases too now, I've noticed. Like you're only getting 2 or 3 sets with each movie. You're not getting a heap.
Yeah. Actually, that's the funny thing about how the movies go. I've got to go back and watch a few movies before I watch Endgame. There's a couple I've missed. I've got to watch this at least 4 movies I've missed or watch fully properly. And I think there is the first Spider-Man Homecoming. I've got to watch that now because I got to watch that before I see the new Spider-Man now because they dragged me in. And what's the other movie?
On the ground. No wonder I couldn't find it. The other movie.
I think that's it. I don't think any. I'll probably work it out later, but yeah, no. As much as Disney owns Marvel, Marvel Studios is still independent from Disney.
Yeah.
With their filming and bloody oath, they still sucker you in.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, they know how the movie ends because the end game was all filmed in one block, like Harry Potter and that.
Oh, yeah.
When they did the last Harry Potter movie and that, they did that in big one block. And what was it? The Hobbit movie, and that was all done one big block.
Did they do like alternate endings so the actors wouldn't know which one?
I don't know, but it's annoying every time you see a preview because how the previews have been going lately. That they don't show everything. Like there's one scene where they've added characters halfway through.
Yeah.
And the latest one was now the Captain Marvel movie's out. She's in it. She suddenly appears in the same scene. I can't wait for next month to see it. I'm over the blaze suspense from the end of the last movie.
No, that's what they're doing to you. They're like,
yeah, true. Okay, let's move along. We can talk about Marvel movies a lot later. Press that green button again. There we go.
Well, maybe that's the problem. You didn't press the green button.
As surprisingly, now I realise the stop screen share is actually grey. It's not red. I don't know how I stuffed that up. Or you go over to the main one, it's blue. Lego Disney collectible minifigures too. I don't care what people say. I think Lego's running out of original ideas because they're being down to one a year now, and I guarantee the next one's going to be the actual collectible line because it's only 16 for the next release.
There might be another Lego movie one as well.
Yeah. They did that last time. It never worked. So, I think Lego was a little bit late to the boat doing this one. Since the celebration was end of last year for Mickey and Minnie.
Chip and Dale are the ones I'm looking forward to. But then again, maybe they because you got Aladdin, and the new Aladdin movie drops this year.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing: if you can get, God, whoever did that lineup did it incorrect. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are all split up. That's stupid. People who don't know how to do it.
I think.
Okay, so starting off, we got Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. And yes, it is different to the Lego idea set.
Ever so slightly.
Only by, was it, I think, the hat, if I remember rightly.
Apparently, the idea set's got chrome printing on it, whereas this one is a pure black and white.
Yeah. Then we got Minnie. Actually, I like the classic faces better.
Yeah.
Then we got Scrooge McDuck. Oh, this one's on my want list.
Adam's mascot.
How many people are going to do big money bins?
There's a problem. If you collect Lego, you don't have money to make a money bin.
Then we got Huey, Dewey, and what the hell? Oh, and Louie. There we go. And that's 3 more on my want list. And now why they put two Deweys up? I can't see why. Yeah.
No, he's got a Bart Simpson.
Oh, and they did that. Then we got Chip.
And Dale.
I seriously agree. Yeah, I want Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're smart enough too, you could probably find shirts and that, and like pull their arms off and put a shirt print or something on to match up with the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, because what was that?
Would look awesome.
That was just the tartan shirts, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think. Is that Dale? Yeah, Dale had a Hawaiian shirt, and Chip had like a bomber's jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember rightly.
Who am I thinking of? Thinking of a different one.
Then I got Jasmine with a dove. Ooh. Little dove or was a sparrow? I don't know.
A baby seagull.
Yeah, they always got me with the Aladdin set, how they did it. And then we got Jafar. Ooh, Jafar looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the face right. Oh, I like the evil face. That is awesome. And then we got Hercules. Interesting. Now, how many decades has it been since Hercules was out? Would kids actually know who Hercules is?
No, he's the guy who holds the world up, isn't he? According to the Greeks.
Hades? No. I think they haven't got Hades right.
Yeah, he looks a bit too ditzy.
Yeah. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, villains are meant to look
Elsa.
like villains.
Oh, God. How many little girls would be wanting this?
Yeah.
I want Elsa. Oh, and this is going to be the first minifig Elsa, too.
Yes.
The only ones before have been mini dolls. And Anna. Oh yeah, I think they did. I think they've got Elsa and Anna spot on. I like that face on Anna. That's a good face. Now, if they put that print onto a normal minifigure, that would look awesome. Like the hairpiece. Oh, yes, Lego. Recycle that print. Please, please, please. That is awesome. Then you got Jack Skeleton. So you think we're going to see some Night Before Christmas mocks?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that's one thing that's going around. Sally. A lot of people have been pointing out the face doesn't look right on her.
Was the stitching in the wrong spot?
I don't know, but people have been putting up against a custom one, a custom print one, and the custom print one looks so much better.
Yeah.
Edna Mole. I think that's a bit of cheating because she came out in the when the movie thing came out. I like the cup. I like the new cup, the teacup.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Trozo. Ooh. His face doesn't look right. I think they made the mouthpiece, I think, is too wide. In the movie, he's got more of a narrow face. I think they've done that incorrect. I think the print should have been a little bit more narrow.
Yeah.
I reckon it should have been a little bit more narrower. It would look better. Because I'm looking at it, it just doesn't look right. But the body's fine. It's got that Power Rangers feel to it.
No, not the Mighty Morphins.
Yeah. And that's it. So, a shame there's no one in the chat to see what they think. I don't know what's happening. 100% sure the message went out. Oh, it's quiet. Guys, we'll just double check. Click notifications. I'm sure I clicked it. Yep. Weird. Don't know what YouTube has done. So sorry about everyone watching after the fact. I don't know what YouTube has done, but it hasn't pushed out notifications properly tonight. All the usual culprits are not on tonight.
They're all hiding.
Yeah. Either that or because the stream went very long last night. I saw it took over 3 hours before they gave up.
Well, that first part of the Porsche is a doozy.
Okay, yeah. So, Lego collectible minifigures, what do you think of it? Do you guys? Overall?
It's not something I want the complete set of. There's only, Chip and Dale, maybe the Aladdin ones, and the ducks, basically.
Yeah.
The rest doesn't really. Oh, maybe the Night Before Christmas ones,
yeah. Chip and Dale, 100%, and Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Scrooge McDuck are top of my list. I might just get Anna and Elsa one just for holding for collection, because I guarantee they'll just go up in value.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's really nothing else there that really shouts at me.
Nothing that floats your boat?
Nah. Oh, Lego lost me years ago on these collectibles. I think the only collectibles I've really collected in the last year was the Harry Potter ones. And
there's just too many of them now.
Yeah. Some of them are just over because they got. Actually, surprising. Actually, I might just stop screen share for a sec. With collectibles, I think it's some people will say difference, but in the past, what has it been? Decade now since they came out. Yeah, about decade. I feel like Lego got to a point it was repeating itself. Like, it might be slight variations, but it was basically the same thing, just in a different format. Like the football player, the cheerleader. I'm trying to think about others. There's a couple of other figures where you get the opposite. Oh, the skiers, the snowboarders.
Yeah.
The boxers. It's either male or female, or they got to do opposites. So like skiing, snowboarding.
Yeah, like
it was just getting a little bit too repetitive. That's why I say I think Lego got to a point they're running out of ideas. That's why I think license stuff started rolling in a few years back. Because they were getting to the point, what was it, 3 a year of the collectibles?
Yeah, 3 a year.
Yeah, and it just, I think the only one that was really a curveball, if I remember rightly, was the Monsters one. I know a lot of people were happy with zombies in that one.
Yeah.
Trying to think what other sets came out what were good. I know 3 and 4 were good series. I know they sold out and are very popular still today. 4 mainly because of the what do you call them? The Royal Guardsmen.
Oh, yeah.
That was the reason why that one was so popular. Series 3, I think it was because of the gorilla. Everyone went nuts for the gorilla for some weird reason.
Seems like every time they target the European audience, they seem to do better. Like Lego products that are made for the European market seem to do better than those made for the American market.
Yeah.
It just seems weird that would be the case.
Compared to them putting out the Chinese New Year sets and that.
Yeah.
Once again, we're ballistic on those.
Yeah.
And if you don't know Australia, we're not all like us. Surprisingly, Australia actually has one of the largest Asian cultures in the world, and yeah, we can't help ourselves. The Japanese and the Chinese love Australia, and the Koreans. Sorry, I can't forget the Koreans.
They love coming here. They go to university, and then they decide, why would you go back?
Yeah, exactly. And surprisingly, a lot of them suck up our culture here in Australia. That's the funny thing about it. They might come over to the country to live, but they don't like their own culture type format. But yeah, no, that's the reason why the Chinese sets were so popular in Australia. It's because Chinese have a big presence in Australia these days. So,
the other one that's weird is Melbourne has the second largest Greek population outside of Athens.
Yeah. I think the second largest Greek population in Australia is in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Is trouble.
What? There's trouble.
It's Mr. Darkside.
He's
too afraid to come on the stream. I just realised what he's trying to do. He's trying to buy my cows.
How much for that cow in the window?
I'm not selling because I need it for my farm display. For my version. Yeah. I'm not going to say much more. You'll see it the next show, people. Okay. This one might talk for a little bit. Now Darkside's floating around. Yeah. Keep the chat warm, Dark. Maybe someone will come along. Where are we? Green. Double click. There we go. Kale Christensen. Damn it. I can't even pronounce the last name. Steps down for the board of directors. And passes on the baton to his son, I think it is, if I remember rightly. He is now. Was it Thomas? Yeah, Thomas has now taken over for now, and it's the fourth generation of the family now running Lego.
Oh.
Wow! I never thought I would see this.
That's the guy that was on the Town Planner box, wasn't
it? Yeah, him. Yeah. I thought I would never see this day. Like I remember when Cale took over from his dad. That was back late 90s. I remember that. And then now to see his son step up. Wow. that's a big leap in generations.
Well, you know the one in the middle, he owns KPMG bloody Mark the financial services. He's basically a billionaire without Lego. Multi-billionaire without Lego. A lot of people don't realize
that's the positive thing you gotta put down with Lego. They've been so adamant at keeping it as a family-run business, and as much as Lego's gone up in its ups and downs and still is, surprising they've done well for a family-owned business to still be running today. You look at all the other toy companies around there; all of them are now listed on the stock market and are run by multi-million-dollar companies.
Well, if you look at the guy on the right, that's basically why they're doing successful, because they put trust in people like him to steer them in the right direction.
So, yeah.
Yeah. They know to take a back seat and allow people like him to come in and do what they do.
But you got to put the positive with Cale. Like he was the one who pushed for the Lego house to come through. And I think that was probably the best step in the right direction. And he was behind the development of what's the main development building at Lego in Denmark? I forget what its name. It's got a special name. I can't think of it off the top. That special building they produce, what was for their development, like the whole Lego's development was put in this one building instead of being cramped up in an office building somewhere. They just put them in this nice, surprisingly friendly atmosphere.
Well, it's a lot easier to keep tabs on.
Yeah.
On all your secret developments, isn't it?
And it just doesn't help that several times they've leaked shit out of that building. It's supposed to be one of the most secure buildings in Lego. And I'm trying to remember, they were doing an announcement for a Lego's idea set. And the I think it was a certain set hadn't been announced, was sitting in the background. And if I remember right, everyone spotted, what the hell is that in the background? Blah, 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 blah. I tell you one thing, the video came down so quickly and it was re-edited to hide it. By then it was too late. It was out. Oh my god. And ever since then, Lego's been very cautious where they film. That's the reason why a lot of Lego ideas things are now done at the Lego house now.
Yeah.
They do more of their filming at the Lego house than actually at the Lego development area. So So Thomas has been on the board since 2007.
Pretty long stint. He's been learning.
And then the CEO, Jorgen, he's been around for a bit too. Not that long.
Yeah.
So Cale's been... He was CEO from 1979 to 2004. So that's where Jorgen came in. It was back in 2004-5. And that's back when Lego turned around.
Yeah, he's basically the guy who did it.
Yeah.
It's like, these are the mistakes we're making, fix them. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're bleeding money here and there. We can stop this.
Oh, never knew that.
Knew which?
Okay, the actual family owns 75% of Lego, and the 25% is owned by the Lego Foundation. Ooh, never knew that.
Which will probably be like the trust account that takes care of the rest of the family.
Yeah. Wow. It's interesting, all the things with the Christian family. God. It's like, you look at them, it's like the biggest toy company in the world, when it comes to basically one single product now.
Yeah.
With multiple lines. Well, actually, think about it. You got. If you go back to the early days, you had Primo, you had Duplo, you had System, and you had Technique. So they had at least 4 lines, and then since then they now added mini dolls to the collection. What's the Friends line? And Mindstorms. Robotics.
Yeah. But it's all still the same system. Everything's intercompatible. Everything works together.
Yeah. So surprisingly, Lego has come a long way for a company that basically is a singular toy format. Has really, really expanded itself in the past decades. I think the number one turning point with Lego was, as much as it's hard to me to say, it was the licensing side of it. You basically could say Star Wars actually saved Lego.
No,
I think if they didn't sign that Star Wars license agreement back in 2009, when they signed it, sadly, they don't have as much creative control as they used to have with the Star Wars lines.
Yeah. But Bionicles was what really helped them, because they own that 100%. And kids went mad for that. Absolutely crazy for it.
Yeah. Oh, you could still say today their bread and butter is Lego City as well.
Yeah.
As much as it's one of the slow-moving set series, it surprisingly is still the staple of most kids of these days to start off with.
Pretty much every boy will get a police station or a fire station sometime in their childhood.
Yeah. It's just sad with some of the things where I don't know what's happened, but like I know it's expensive for trains to be produced by Lego, but the big gap they did those few years back where they went, oh, we're not going to produce trains anymore, and then suddenly come back with power functions and now power up. Actually, no, I forgot one. RC as well.
Yeah.
It was RC first, then Power Up, then Thing. I know. Yeah, they've been trying to work out how to get this system working. I
The other
think.
thing I didn't like about RC was the batteries were part of the unit.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
batteries, you didn't just waste the power box; you wasted a lot more.
This is one of the things with Lego trains and with how it went. Basically, it's full loop with Lego trains. If you go back to the early days of Lego trains, the first ever moving train was battery powered.
Yep.
It wasn't metal track. Metal tracks didn't come until, was it good 4 or 5 years later?
Yeah, it was just that simple blue track with the white.
Yeah, that was
The
the
white
4.5 era. And they ran on, was it C's, I think it was, or D's? I can't remember.
I think it was C types.
C's, yeah. Yeah.
And you could hook up the wind up version as well to it.
Yeah, they went into 12 volt. 12 volt didn't last too long. That was their renaissance of Lego trains was 12 volt.
Yeah. Yes, but 12 volt had a lot of problems, so they had to ditch it.
Yeah. But they had the most accessories, 12 volt.
Yeah.
That was one thing. And half problem with 12 volt too is the wiring on it.
Yep.
It really didn't age very well. And I think 9 volt was the same. Then in the 80s they swapped over to the 9 volt era. And I think it was the metal tracks what was the nail in the coffin with powered trains. The cost to produce the tracks were just very, very costly for Lego. That's the reason why wasn't midnight 2000s when they brought out the RC track. Yeah, it was good. It's just a shame that at the time it was what you classify as a crossover era. What's it? The crossover era is like there's still old school people who were into 9 volt, and people like me who really it was my first time into powered Lego trains. Had no choice to go into the new. I think at the time it was power functions by the time I got into it. But finally, with Lego now producing Power Up as their next step up is actually, I think the best thing they've done, bringing the Bluetooth connection to it. They still got a bit to go. I think the sooner they open the ecosystem as they promised us 2 years ago, that the Power Up system was going to be opened up for developers. I hope the sooner, because I would love to actually be able to control what the motors do instead of what Lego says it can do, because they are highly programmable boxes. So, and the number one function is polarity. They've got to hurry up so we can have polarity, because at the moment, with Power Up, you can't change the polarity on trains. That's why you got to have 2 separate battery boxes. And they're supposed to have the capabilities of doing that, because the article I read, was it early last year? I think it was. About Power Up, they actually said it was going to do the thing. So Yeah, but yeah, that's how Lego goes. Yeah, I know. As much as people say it's a toy first, but it's construction medium second. So moving around right along. I think that juiced it up. I don't remember how to do this again. There we go. Lego Movie 2 Blu-ray combo. Already advertising what the Blu-ray is going to be. So this is advertises the US release. I put bets the Australian release will have something similar. It seems like you get a Blu-ray, a DVD, and the digital copy together. Interesting. Compared to last time, I've got the Blu-ray here somewhere. Lego Movie. Oh, here we go. Okay. Lego Movie one last time around here in Australia was let me bring that up on the screen so everyone can see. So that was R1 here in Australia. It came with a digital copy plus was it Trubius or whatever his name is? The figurine came with the Blu-ray.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. And it came with I should put my hand on that. It's not like you can download it anymore because I've already used it. Yeah, the digital thing plus actually surprisingly when it came out, 3D Blu-ray were out. So you had a 3D copy of the Blu-ray. So you had 2 discs that come with it.
Yes.
So
poor 3D. Where did that go?
Oh, it was too expensive technology. That was half the problem with it. So this time around, they're going to do, what is it? Blu-ray, I wonder if it's just ordinary Blu-ray or is it going to be Ultra Blu-ray? I'll put bets ordinary. I actually wouldn't want Ultra Blu-ray. They're actually not too bad. And then on top of that, this time around, you get a minifigure of Rex. What is his last name?
Dangerous.
And a weird
Plantimal.
Yeah. Something. So you get these 2 things with it this time around. Will it make us buy the DVD and Blu-ray and digital copy?
No, I might.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably will.
Yeah.
I usually just get the DVD.
I'll probably get it because I've got the originals. I've got to keep the collection up. So that one will be out in the US in Target. So this is going to be exclusive at Target in the US. I don't know what will be here in Australia. I'm trying to remember where we're at. I think our exclusive here in Australia was Sanity, I think it was. I think Sanity had it here in Australia last time around. So I'll put bets they'll have it, or maybe JB Hi-Fi. For $27.99 US, due out May 7th. So keep your eyes out with that. Okay. It's the same poly bag what came out last month.
Yep.
With purchase of $40 or more in the US. Okay.
Yes. Some toy dealers, some of the toy stores and stuff they're going to start getting poly bags too.
I'll believe it when I see it.
So that's going to be an interesting one because apparently the Emmett's Peace Offering and that Plantimal one is getting released in Australia.
Mm.
So it'll be interesting. We might actually start getting polybags.
Duh. I know. A lot of people put that in the A4 what do you call it? Survey for the Lego store.
Well, think about it. For kids, for parents, what are you going to do? A $10 polybag is a good starting thing to see if your kids actually enjoy Lego or not.
Mm.
Whereas,
well, technically, we do have polybags in Australia.
What, minifigs? Collectible minifigs?
No. It shows you don't shop in certain places.
Oh, no. But, yeah, it's like Safeway.
Yeah. Woolworths.
Yeah.
Woolworths has polybags. It's just a shame it was the worst place to put them. What are they, $5 or something at Woolworths? Nothing special. Was it City, Friends? City, Friends. Oh, and Classic. Creator. That was the other one. So yeah. Okay. Let's wind this up with the last one. I know there's a lot of complaining out there. Lego Star Wars Darth Vader bust. This will be a Target red card exclusive in the US. Due out, was it 11th of April for red card members? Do we think it'll be a general release as well?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Nothing exclusive forever anymore.
$40 US set, so that's sheesh, that's not going to be cheap Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from some people I've talked to and or heard, dark side, they don't like it. A lot of people out there would have preferred it to be like Yoda, and Darth Maul.
Full size bust.
Yeah. So yeah. It's not like it's anything special. It's only 327 pieces.
Yeah. What? It's all black except for a couple of grey bits.
Well, chrome. I think they chrome.
And white in the middle.
Yeah. So yeah, no. A lot of people not fussed about the set for some odd reason. I think they were more hoping for something a little bit bigger and more exciting, being the 20th anniversary. Blah 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 blah. Jeez. Yeah, wow. 20 years of Lego Star Wars. Wow.
Yep.
Felt like it was only the other day they were re-signing it. And I put bets they're not gonna hesitate to sign another whatever many years again. I'm trying to remember. I think the last one was only 7, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, they probably didn't know how the movie would do. Well, the new movies, I should say.
I think they wouldn't dare let it slip. As much as people love to hate Lego Star Wars, it is sort of one of the bread and butter Lego series out there of sets. Yeah. Personally, if they didn't had this series, they wouldn't have much in the way of stuff selection. I think Lego would have died years ago. So yeah, well, we got no one in the chat talking about Star Wars, so I think that's it.
Yep.
Douglas is not fast. I'm not fast. Okay, guys. Before we wind up, don't forget ABC Friday nights, TGI Friday. Don't forget Gladstone Brick events coming up at the Gladstone Convention Centre, I think it's called. Don't quote me on that. Next school holidays, go over the Brick Events Facebook page and look up their event page there for all details. Trying to think, there's not much more on around the neck of the woods for a little while. Thank you, Douglas, for coming along, mate.
Not a problem.
I don't know why I didn't get you on my string ages ago. You've been more reliable than most people.
Yeah. They've got lives.
Oh, but I can't put Bill down. Bill's a hard worker. So don't forget, next Wednesday night for Inside the Brick Box Lego Community News. 8 p.m. start time next week. That's Queensland. When does daylight savings end?
It's the end of March for us, so
okay, yeah,
2 weeks.
So it should be a TV fit. Oh god, here you go.
Oh, no.
What's wrong, Darkside? What's wrong?
This weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say this weekend. Yeah, it's end of the month.
What's wrong? It's Darkside. Realised something.
Oh, Darkside's busy planting grass. Oh, you could be on the stream planting grass.
You've got a lot of grass to plant.
I got to laugh. I actually pull all my flower stalks off at the end of the show.
Oh, geez.
So it usually ended up on the bottom of my box. It's just easy. Pull it off, put it in a container, put it back on later on. Okay, so thank you for everyone in the chat who's come along finally. I don't know what was up with the notifications tonight. If you missed the stream, I'm sorry, but I don't know what's Lego YouTube has done. They've been playing around with a lot of things, especially trying to get in to do live streaming. They've changed the system for me. Yeah.
That's easy. Just do a quick recap. Go, this is what you missed. Flick through the screen.
Yeah, no, keep your eyes out in a few weeks with Gladstone. I'll have a new camera at Gladstone, finally. So I'll be doing some filming there. I should stop waffling along and end this up. Thank you for everyone coming along. This was Inside the Brick Box Lego Community News Wednesday night. Thank you, Darkside, for coming along, mate. Vader's fuck ugly. I was waiting for you to say that. I didn't plant that in your head. I heard you the other night. Okay, until then, guys, thank you for coming along. As I say every week, play well, keep on building, and bye for now.
See ya.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.